Okay, so Mr. Dotun, this is how to fix the EA. I'm going to install 205070 all the way cloud version, and it's very simple actually. The first thing, I'm sure you're familiar with this, is to click on allow live trading here and then click on OK. But you also have to ensure that auto trading is selected here. I'm sure you're very much aware of that. In the input section, the two important values are these two values: stop loss value and take profit value. The default is 20 pips stop loss, 100 pips take profit. This other one is the other important input. You need to put the initial lot size at 0.01, but you can put it at 0.02. I, however, recommend 0.01, and that is it. So once you click OK, it works. It has a smiley face up there. But when it comes to the input, this is actually the right input. I sent you what I sent you. I said you should use the default because I couldn't start talking a lot where I was because of the nature of where I was. So these are the right things to do. When it comes to the USD JPY, I have sometimes used 20 pips for stop loss and 80 pips for take profit, and that is because the daily pip range for the USD JPY is not so much as the it's not as large as the British pound USD, for example. I've done the same thing with NSD Australian dollar for the same reason. GPUSD 30 pips, 135 pips. 30 pips stop loss, 135 pips take profits, simply because it can whipsaw more. So 30 pips can be covered back and forth more easily. And the Euro AUD, 125 pips take profit, 25 pips stop loss. Now that is because it is pretty much a traveling pair. It kind of moves well when it moves in one direction. So that is why I have these other values. However, if you do anything outside of the default, if you have any ratio outside of the default ratio, it's not good. So truth is, this should be 20 versus 100. This should be 20 versus 100. So this should be 30 versus 150, and this one is just correct. But I have made these adjustments here because of the daily pip range that is not so that's not as wide as it is when it comes to the British pound USD. And I have made this 135 here because I don't want trades to be too protracted, as they already prove to be sometimes when we have a take profit target that is very far away. So that is it. So you can use these settings, it will be good, there will be no problem, or you can stick with the 20 pips of stop loss and 100 pips of profit.